All right, so for those of you who don't know, last month, January, that long ago terrible thing that we all barely got through, I asked you all to ask me some questions so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And you guys responded, you came through, you answered the call, and I had a lot of questions. As a matter of fact, I had so many questions that it was because of you guys' participation that I was forced to do this. And here we are. So what I have here is a pile of power, is a pile of questions you guys have asked me. I'm randomly going to pull for the pile. I'm going to answer each question honestly and truthfully. Also, a special shout out to those who, when I did ask, hey, you guys want to ask some more questions, you guys answered the call. So I made sure one of those questions will definitely get into the rotation this time around. But let's get to the questions. But first, I need to hit my intro. And before we get started, I want to remind you guys to hit the thingamabob down below to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And with that being said, let's get started. So my first question is, what is my favorite anime? My favorite anime is Yu Yu Hakusho. It has been, I have a love affair with that anime, and it literally, that ending was just so perfect. It was just so good that it makes me emotional every time I see it, like no matter what. And the Dark Tournament is one of my favorite arcs of all time. That's how you do a tournament arc. I don't think anybody's ever done it better. Here's a card toss. And now we're on to the next question. All right. Next question is, when did I discover my love for gaming? I actually discovered my love of gaming when I was a young boy. I think my first exposure to gaming was like me and my brother had a Nintendo, but my brother I was away, he was playing Duck Hunt. He got frustrated with the game and he took a Super Soaker to it. So, yeah. Kids don't play Super Soaker with Duck Hunt. It's not how it works. Anyways, we had neighbors, good friends of ours that we grew up with. Shout out to Shanice and Marcus. I don't know if they see this video or not, but shout out to them. And they absolutely had a PlayStation. Total number 2 was the video game. And once they got a PlayStation, me and my brother wanted a PlayStation. My brother didn't use a Super Soaker on it. And that was that. I was Crash Bandicoot, Zone of the Enders, Armor Core, Tekken, Spyro, all that. It was a wrap. And I've been gaming, I won't say ever since. I don't game as nearly as hard anymore because, you know, adulting and stuff. But if I could, I would. But yeah, that's how I started me gaming. And I was like young. You were the last generation who played with street lights. So yeah, card toss there. All right, next question is, who is my favorite MCU character? My favorite MCU character to this point has been Captain America. And I know he's bland, I know he's boring, and I know he's a square, but I've always felt like Cap is the moral compass of the MCU. Going into Endgame last year, I said, like on my personal social media, that I would have absolutely lost it if Cap had died, because I couldn't see them moving on without him. And even though they're going to have to move on without him, I'm glad he got his happy ending. He's always been the one character that no matter what, if anything goes awry, you can look to Cap as like what to do, as like, you know, the moral compass and the heart and soul of the MCU. That's what I said. Fight me. And you know, I have a debate with my buddy Aaron about this question all the time. But yeah, Captain America. Yeah. That was weak. Next question. What is my favorite Marvel movie? My favorite Marvel movie for a long time was Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but it's now actually Infinity War. Because them dudes lost. For the first time in cinema, we saw a large cast come together and merge to do one giant movie. And even though we saw all these characters come together, it wasn't their movie. It was about Thanos. Thanos was the main character. He came through, he wrecked shop, he did everything he absolutely said he was going to do. And it was just beast. I do have some problems with how they did certain things with certain characters, especially Thor, because they spent all of Ragnarok telling us Thor doesn't need Asgard. He doesn't need a throne. He doesn't need a weapon. He lost his eye, etc., etc. And then they spent like the whole movie undoing everything that made Ragnarok good. You don't need a weapon. They gave him a weapon. He lost his eye like his daddy. He got another eye. So that's my only real discrepancy with it. But other than that, the Battle of Wakanda, the Battle on Titan, man, Battle of New York 2. It's just a good movie, man. Before I forget. There we go, card toss. Alright, next question is, what do I listen to when I'm writing? A lot of times, I'm in silence, but if I'm writing like a particular scene, like if I'm writing like an action type scene, or a group scene, or even like a scene with like some sort of tension behind it, I have a playlist that's mostly orchestra filled, so like John Williams, Hiroyuki Sawano, like a lot of like modern day composers, a lot of stuff that you probably heard in like a movie or an anime or something, especially like Gundam Unicorn soundtrack. I absolutely love Gundam Unicorn soundtrack, so if you have it, check it out. It's dope. So yeah, that's what I listen to, either that or silence. That it. I'm gonna keep forgetting. Card toss. Alright, here's a good one. Why do I watch wrestling? Alright, so I grew up on wrestling. I watched wrestling with my uncle and my dad growing up. Rest in peace to my Uncle Justice. And that was like a bonding thing between us, and then me and my brother watched it growing up together. When I grew up in like the Attitude Era, so the NWO and all that stuff. But I grew up out of it, and I stopped, and I started playing football, and I stopped watching wrestling for like years and years and years. So I went to college. I was at my buddy's house, summer school for college, and it was during the summer, right before the summer of Punk. So I got to see CM Punk, and I was like, oh man, that's the guy, and that reeled me back in. And of course, me also playing football and realizing the rigors of what it takes to maintain being an athlete, and seeing what the athleticism that they have to go through. Like, all right, so for those of you who don't know, wrestlers travel 300 days a year, WWE wrestlers anyway, travel 300 days a year. They have to maintain their shape, they have to maintain their eating, they have to do press, and they have to go to work, and they have to travel from town to town on their own. They have to, that's woo. It's hard to do that, like for like a sport like football, and maintain your own shape, but that's a different type of beast. And but most importantly is because, you know, I'm a fan of storytelling, and whether it's through promo or in ring, they're storytellers, and you know, a lot of them aren't good, but you know, it's still something I appreciate, and it's still something I like. So yeah, I'm a pro wrestling fan. Yeah, sue me. Don't tell me it's fake though. So is Marvel. Still love it though. Card toss. Next. All right. If I hit the lottery, what are my top 3 purchases? Okay, my top 3 purchases would be, number 1, my financial freedom from my student loans, for one. That will be the big one. Number 2, I will buy myself a car, and I'll probably get myself a new place. I mean, I don't have a lot. You know what? I'll probably get rid of that thing, and I'll probably replace it with a PC or something. Yeah. Give me a schwanky little setup back here. A schwankier setup. Yeah. Student loans, car, new car, and a PC setup. That's it. Yeah. I got my leftover. That place to be number 4. Or you can flip flop it. Whatever. I don't care. Card toss. Last question. The best food I've ever ate. What are the top 3? Alright, so number 3 is alright, so back in my college days, I went to college in North Carolina, and I didn't miss football for nothing. Of course, I'm a Falcons fan, and they don't have the Falcons up there because this is Carolina Panther country. Boo. But I do give them credit because they have a spot up there called the Carolina Ale House, and I know they have like some other spots like it around, but this is one particular one. I believe it's in Wake Forest, and it was like they had like these smoked wings, and they were so good. I live for those every Sunday, just to get off campus, just to have those. Falcons win, lose, I was not walking out without them smoked wings. That was my spot. I miss you, Carolina Ale House in Wake Forest. Number 2, all right, so for my 30th birthday, I had like a steak from Ruth Chris. It was actually pretty exceptional, but no, it's a steak that I made. That's my number 2. I make a mean steak. I can cook. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I can cook, and my steak was mean. I know how to cook steak. And anytime I get myself a good ribeye, that's life. You haven't lived until you've had my ribeye. Yeah, that's my number 2. That's homemade. Yeah. And number 1, king crab. I've only had it one time, once in my life. It was New Year's. I want to say it was 2007-ish. I don't know. And I haven't had it. I'd never had it before then. I haven't had it since then. But that one time, that one instance was like, it was everything. That was like the single most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. So, yeah. So with that said, I'm gonna hit you with the final card toss, and we are done. Even though we're not done, because we still got this many more questions left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see you all next month for Ask JB Volume 3, because we're gonna get through these because you all apparently want to know about me, and I am more than happy to oblige. So if you've made it to this point in the video, you are absolutely awesome, and I thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you have nerdy friends, bring them here and expand the community. We are growing more and more every day. I really do appreciate you guys. If you don't follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I'm gonna link it down below. Yeah, so you can just follow me there. You can talk to me. I'm here. Easily accessible to you guys. And if by the time this video goes live, we're at the end of Black History Month, go to my Facebook page. I have been highlighting Black History characters, or Black History fictional characters, all month long, doing a little bio and stuff. It's really taxing on my day, and it really does take a lot of work, but I know you guys appreciate it, so I don't mind doing it for you. So check me out. I got one more day after this video goes live. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's going to be a good one. Once again, I am your host, JB Smith. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. JB out.